Good morning. All right, it's this weekend is moving the chicks out. They're 3 weeks old, and they're not quite all feathered out, but it's pretty warm. We got cool mornings happening right now, like in the high 60s, low 70s, which is fine for chicks. They've got some feathers, but not all feathers. But there's plenty of them enough where they've just huddle together and keep themselves warm at night. So it's safe to move them out. It's, like I said, it's hot. Alright, so I moved my chicken tractors in place, so I'm just gonna start here and then just move my way down all the way to over there and come back around. Hopefully by that time it'll be 8 weeks. That's my goal today. But I've got some new supplies, a new watering system. I got that drip watering system from Premier One. I've got to set it up, and hopefully I have enough materials to set this up. Okay, there's two of them. I thought there was only one. Everything comes with it. Now I gotta figure out how to put it together. Well, I don't have that. I guess I'm not gonna put this in together. I don't have the water adapter. So basically I need to get this adapter right there. Okay, so that was my bad for not having the adapters. Seriously, I would think they would send adapters with the kit, right? Here's 99% of the kit. You just need the adapter. I'm done. All right, but I've got other things to use the water, so I'm trying to make it easier for the kids to be able to do the watering. Your chickens, they can't carry the 5-gallon buckets of watering cans that I use. That's why I have to go to this, and hopefully they could just drag a hose to it and fill the bucket up, and then we'll feed the water. So that's kind of why I'm doing this. Okay, so if you have raised chickens, these they're great at the beginning, but as you advance in your chicken raising, you realize these things are not meant for mobile use. I mean, you carry them around, but they just become such a pain in the butt. Once I fill this up, and I try not to tighten this up. But eventually the suction, it makes these things very tight, and I'm the only one that can open it after the suctions has sucked them in, and these things become super tight. I'm the only one in the family that can, and I'm gone most of the day. So when the kids need to refill this, there's no way of refilling these. Then that's what the problem with these is. If you don't have a super strong grip and able to open it, you can't. And you have to kind of close it tight enough where the suction works. Otherwise, it just keeps sucking air in, and then this whole thing doesn't work. So that's also a problem. So you got to tighten it just enough where the suction works without sucking air in, and that alone, none of my kids could open it. Maybe my wife could at that point. Even I have to use brute force, where I have to hold on to it with my legs and then twist it as hard as I can just to get this to open. And yeah, that's just it's not ideal. So yeah, this is the flaw of these watering system. And then once you fill it up, it's just super duper heavy, and I'm also the only one in the family that can carry these things around. So yeah, so that's why I moved away from these things. All right, I'm gonna fill these up, and chickens moved out into the pasture. It's gonna take a while because I don't have any kind of transport thing. I have a small tote that I'm gonna use that's 10 chickens at a time, so I have 60 chickens. So it's gonna be a while, and I'll be right back. So while the water's filling up, news with Lilu and Dallas, no magic yet. Why are you oinking at me? Go back to your bath. Yeah, nothing. There's no magic has been shooting out. All right. Dallas is over there just chilling. I don't know if you guys can see Dallas right there. Dallas, do your job, buddy. Be Big Papa. I don't think I don't know. Every time he gets near her, she just starts squealing. I just don't think the time's right yet. A little more romancing, I think, has to happen. So another issue. It's been almost 2 months since passing of Sparrow. It's amazing what an absence of a dog can do to a piece of property. More animals have been traveling through my property passing of Sparrow. I'm starting to get predatory animals coming at night that Sparrow was keeping back, even though Sparrow was just always in the backyard, but the barking kept them away. Yeah, it's amazing how fast that happens. I just lost a chicken last night before with Sparrow. I don't know if it's just the smell of her being around kept most of the predatory animals at bay. Last year we did have a fox that came through, but kind of ran through this neighborhood and killed a lot of the other people's chickens. I think someone took care of that. But yeah, but we've never had raccoons, and all of a sudden I'm seeing possums everywhere. It's weird. And Bo is just not an outside dog, so, and Bo every once in a while goes outside, but he doesn't do anything. And he's not much of a guardian dog. I got to go turn the water off. Time to move the chickens. It's gonna take a while. Like I said, I only got an empty tote, small empty tote, and I can only move maybe 10 at a time. So yeah, I'm gonna get to it, and I'll be right back with you. Whoa! All right, just got done moving all 60 plus birds, 63 in total, and then we have 9 or 10 extra egg layers still in the brooder. I'm gonna keep them there for a while until they get just a little bit bigger. I'm not with the predatory issue. I'm got my fingers crossed with the tractors. They've never had problems before. I don't see why they would be now, and the fact that I kind of took care of one last night. So but I'll be out right at dawn just to make sure everything is closed up tight, there's no gaps or anything to crawl underneath. All right, I'm gonna go inside and cool off, because even though that didn't take very much, I'm sweating. I know you can't probably see, but I'm sweating. Let's go look at the birds. So luckily they're in the shade all day, but it is kind of warm, but they got plenty of ventilation in there. Full bucket of water. They got grass to eat. Is it the other batch? What's going on with that one back there? Oh, I thought the one back there, right there, head was stuck in, but it looks like it's found something nice. Or is it trying to get underneath? Oh yeah, there's a gap right there. Oh, that's because I got the wheels still on. Duh. Yeah, I gotta take the wheels off. Alright, but everything looks good. Everyone's happy. There's got fresh water. I'll get them food in about an hour when they're ready for it, for their evening dinner. But for right now, I'm going inside and cooling off. Oh. Alright, it's late in the afternoon. So I got the chickens feeding right now. They didn't do too much damage. I mean, everything's matted down. That's about it. I'm gonna check in on what it looks like tomorrow morning. At this stage, they probably won't be doing too much damage. It's around the 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th week where they really become pooping machines. But at this stage, they're fine. They shouldn't put too much manure down. We haven't got rain in over 2 weeks. I'm hoping it rains this week. It looks like it's coming. I'm gonna do the feeding right now, so in case it does start raining later on this afternoon, I don't do it in the middle of the rain. Time for dinner. Like I said, no magic has happened yet. I want to show you guys Dallas's tusks. You see those things? Those babies are ruthless. Lila, what are you doing? You eat so funny. You eat so funny. Come on, go back to your... You better start eating before Dallas gets there. You know he's gonna eat all your food. Here's a little tip. When you got 2 big pigs, there will always be a dominant one. So obviously Dallas is the dominant one. Don't put the feed bowls next to each other, because Dallas will hog both of them and Lulu won't be able to eat anything. So you gotta separate the bowls so Lulu has a chance to eat some of the food, but she eats so slowly. So slowly. Yeah, okay. His tusks, yeah. I'm lucky he's a gentle pig, but he's accidentally bumped into me with those tusks right in the back of my knees. Oh, and it hurts so bad. It almost took me down. So you gotta be careful with them. Even though they're gentle, they still have the weapons to do some serious damage. But Dallas is a good pig. Alright, we're gonna go to the other gilt and the runt that are living together. They are 3 weeks behind the main group of pigs, which not exactly how I wanted to do, but technically I could. Okay, there you guys are. All right, let me feed you guys so you guys will be quiet while I talk. I'm thinking about just keeping these 2 here for a little bit. The poop in this area is not too bad because there's only 2 of them, and I've already raked up all the poop from the other time, and there's plenty of forage. And I want to get the main group of pigs, all the sausage pigs, pretty far ahead before I start moving them again. So our plan is basically, come October, we're gonna turn everybody into sausage. I guess I wasn't feeding them quite enough feed, and the feed I was getting wasn't quite the right amount of protein. My wife and I have been talking to a lot of Cooney breeders, and they have a higher percentage of protein in their feed than the feed that we were using. Our feed was 13%, and most of the other breeders were like, yeah, they need to be around 18 to 20% protein. And we did the whole shoulder width length times 2, that measurement method. And one of the breeders that we were talking to, he breeds and sells Cooney pigs, and he says that the age that they were all pretty much anywhere from 15 to 20 pounds underweight. Kind of sucks. That was due to the lack of protein in their feed. But we found a different feed store that was providing us with the proper amount of protein. And then another breeder that we've been talking to, he's actually coming up with his own feed, and he's trying to get that online. So we're gonna work with him and get in. And he's got 20% protein feed. So, and he's a lot closer because the feed I'm getting right now is an hour and a half drive for me to get, and I don't want to do that that where we're going to get feed from. He's only about 30 minutes away, 30-40 minutes away, so I'd rather do that drive than do the hour and a half. I've got, I don't know if you guys noticed, but I've got the logs set up. So yeah, up in coming weeks I'm going to be making the shelter. I'm hoping we get rain here soon. It's starting to stay, the green is starting to go away. It's starting to fade away because we're not getting enough rain. I've been out here trying to water it, trying to keep it green, but it's obviously not enough. This all used to be nice and green, kind of like that. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's fading real quick. All right, and here are the bad boys. Here are the bad boys pigs. These guys are the troublemakers. I'm actually gonna move them to the new paddock. I've had them in these 2 paddocks for a week now, just to kind of get them used to each other, because the bigger pigs, the bigger meat pigs, kind of sad. Those 2 actually get bullied by these 5. And they're all brothers, so they all gang up on these 2. At first they were dominant, and then they started, you know, teaming up and fighting with them, so they've lost their position as dominant pig. And the dominant pig is the white and ginger one, and the one right next to it. It's kind of weird how that worked out, but all right, let's get these pigs moved. So a subscriber noticed last week that we have that Japanese stilt grass. Oh, go away, pigs. I'm trying to talk here. Maybe they'll be quiet if they don't see me. Okay, so I have, so this back field I have is not mine. So it's all this Japanese stilt grass, and a subscriber asked me if they actually eat that stuff, and it's not their first choice of the, you know, go to greens. Yeah, but they will eat this after a while, and as you can see, that last week it used to look just like this. Now it looks like that, so they will eat it. It takes time. All right, I'm gonna move them into this area and move their shelter over and all their feeders. I gotta put you guys in a safe spot. All right, everything's connected. All I gotta do is get there to waters, which is the hard part. All right, well, this is what it looks like now. Probably should take a picture of it so I could do a before and after. Coonies do not eat briar bushes. So, word of advice: if you have briar bushes and you got coonie pigs, they're not gonna clear it for you. All right, well, I think that's gonna be it today. Not much, not too exciting, but you know, it's homesteading isn't all that exciting. All right, I'm gonna sign off, move the water bowls and get the hose hooked up and over there so I can get them waters. All right, my name is Sang, this is Growing Little Country Homestead. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.